Alrighty. Oops. I'm on the party. Oh, there we go. Sick. Alrighty. So what's going on, guys? It's Rage, and yeah. So today I'm just gonna be keeping my word and well, teaching you 5 basic ramp rushes that you need to know as a player in Fortnite. A lot of these, I'm sure you already know. But I will be teaching you how to do this one. I haven't perfected it, but I'm getting very close, so um, I know the way to do it and everything. So yeah, I'll go ahead and teach you how to do that, and then yeah, just whatever, let's get into it. So I delete these. Yeet. Okay, so your first one is your basic ramp. I mean, everybody can do this one, right? But usually whenever I just basic ramp, what I do is, it's usually during a build battle, and my opponent's probably built over me, is I do wall, wall, and then I catch it with another ramp, and then you have your 2-layer. Oops. Tried to mix it up there, but yeah, I'm not the best at that. You can combine your 3-layer with it, but it is a lot harder. Wow, that's exactly where I wanted to build that, thank you. But this is just your most basic one from getting out from underneath of your enemy if they've, you know, built up above you and have the high ground. This one's pretty easy. However, it is pretty easy to counter as well if they know the strats. But yeah. Oh, I'm getting an ad on my Twitch. Haha, sick. Anyway, on to the next one. We have what I first learned for a protected ramp rush was the ramp wall. Oh, I guess I was building a Thanos ramp. Neat. I hate that that's happening. But you want to just place your ramp halfway up, place your wall. Motherfucker, dude. This is actually aggravating the shit out of me. There you go. So this one isn't as bad as the triple because you're only wasting 20 mats as you go up, as opposed to the usual 30. You can do this pretty easily if you want to build your ramp and a protection immediately with something like this. Because if you do the wall, you have a very good chance of doing that right there and walling yourself off. But if you do the floor, I'll go down and show you. So we have floor. Fucker, dude. So, if your opponent's down here, granted you can still shoot the ramp pretty easily, right? But you still have that 1 layer of protection. So, you know, it's not as beautiful as the wall, but even with the wall, you know, you can still get the ramp. So, it's all personal preference. Usually I would never recommend doing the single layer protection just because it's easier to hit. Anyway, on to the next one. We have our triple. That was covered in my very first tip video, but I can go ahead and teach you guys here real quick. Just you know, floor wall or floor ramp, just like we did in the last one, but halfway up, throw your wall in as well. If it doesn't stop doing this, dude. But once you have it down pat, it should look like this. Like I said, I do have a video on it, so that way if you want to check that out to be able to master this, feel free. It's not that difficult of a ramp rush to figure out. Yeah. So the next one I actually struggle with myself. I never use it. The double ramp. It's gonna be more difficult because of the turbo build immediately shit. But I can never do this one myself. So usually what I do is just ramp up just like this. There's no reason to be wasting 60 mats every time you go to take high ground on somebody. It's a waste, you know? Usually if I ever use this, it's an end game. Because, you know, in game, it's all about your protection. You know? But yeah, I never use this because it's just very impractical. You can get something just as good done with this one. So yeah, don't waste your time learning that. If you do want to, leave a comment or something. I'll master this and then make a vid on it. But yeah. So now we're on to the quad, right? So that. So with the quad, I'm going to teach you how to do that one in this video. It's actually kind of difficult. I figured it out by accident. But you want to start with your basic triple, right? But then you want to look just a little bit more down, right? And you can place a ramp. Place a ramp right there. It'll ramp off of that wall. Then floor. Then usual. So it's actually pretty difficult for me to do this one. But this is what it looks like all sped up. If you didn't phase through your builds right there, I would have made it through that. Either way, it's not that hard of one to learn. I obviously haven't mastered it. I actually figured that out probably about 10 minutes before this video. Practiced it a bit, and yeah. But it's just a bit better than your basic 3-layer. Just purely because it's got that 4th layer, it makes it a little bit more difficult for people to shoot you down. Oh yeah. I mean, there is, you know, the Thanos ramp, which whoever figured that ramp out needs to just be considered a psychopath. There's obviously like easy ones like this, you know, basic stuff. It's not that difficult to learn. And of course you can always, you know, don't do that. That is bad. But do something like this. You know. This is the easier way to learn the quad. Don't do that. Because it just teaches you how to do triple. So yeah, it's pretty easy. All you got to do to master building and ramp rushing really is just practice. I mean, it doesn't take all that long to learn all these. When I first started, it took me. When I first started actually trying to do this, just the triple itself, took me all of about an hour or so. But I didn't have any guidance on how to do it. I just kind of figured it out. However, this seems to be a problem with accidentally quadding. Gotta look higher, I guess. But yeah, I figured this one out by accident. And there's fly. I hate that. But yeah. So if you guys need help with anything, always feel free to leave a comment. If you know a friend that's really bad at Fortnite, needs some building help, send them my way to check out my videos. I'll be posting some shooting ones soon. So in case you're just ass at shooting, knowing when to use your high ground, anything like that, I'll be making a video on that soon. And I think one of my videos that I've been wanting to make for a while is how to conquer your drops. So I may make that a series, just you know, chest locations, probably the best spot to drop, stuff like that. Make it pretty simple, so that way, you know, people that are noobs like I was at one point don't go, I don't know where to drop because you know, X, Y, and Z. And here we encounter the endless problem with builds not placing. But yeah, either way guys, I'm gonna sit here and complain about my builds not placing for about an hour. So yeah, I just almost exited out without saying goodbye. So yeah, peace.